Aurelia sprints through the dark forest, her white nightdress billowing like a cloud, her strides long and swift across the carpet of bark and brambles. She tries not to think too much about how the towering silver birches resemble skeletons, moonlight transforming the silvery trunks into endless prison bars, and the weeping sky soaking her to the bone. Her breaths come in quick, frantic gasps. Her lungs ache and her feet bleed. But he is tearing after her, and he will do much, much worse to her than the forest, or the thing in the house. He will hurt the babies, Gaia and Coco, and she will do absolutely anything to protect them. She has to draw him away from them, as far as she can, for good this time. So she powers downhill, her heart trying to climb into her mouth, and her mind churning like a river wheel, though she knows there is no way she can outrun him for long, and there is no one to call in the wilderness that spreads for miles on end all around. She takes the trail towards the cliff where a drop of 200 feet connects the south end of a sapphire fjord to muscular granite. Her mind splits into two voices, one that tells her, yes, this is the only way, the only option, and the other that shouts at her to turn back, it's crazy, utterly crazy. She reaches the cliff edge sooner than she'd anticipated. Her toes feel the rush of icy air at the end of the path, and she has to wrap her arms around an oak tree to stop herself from tumbling off the end. She can hear the thud of his feet 50 feet behind. She has only seconds to decide. The risk is enormous. It isn't the thought of dying that brings a sob to her throat. It's the girls, Gaia and Coco, growing up without her. She sees them in her mind, two bright angels. Even when she feels him grow closer, she holds on to that vision and imagines reaching out to them, taking their hands. "Come on, Mama. Hold on tight." With a snarl, he lunges at her, and quickly she darts out of his way, letting him plunge headlong towards the edge of the cliff, where there is nothing but night separating rock and water, life and certain death. But his shoulder collides with hers, and although she reaches out to take her daughter's hands, her feet lift, and she falls down, down into the endless dark. Once upon a time, there was a river who, like all rivers, knew exactly where she wished to go. Some people willed her to change her course, and when she did not bend to their will, they began to tear her apart, pebble by pebble, stone by stone. Of course, the river won in the end, and returned to her route with a wet sigh of relief, running the length of her spine against the familiar grey rocks, and stretching luxuriantly against the grooves of earth she had known for centuries. And she made sure that the people paid dearly for their foolishness. From P. Johansson's Book of Remembered Norse Folk Tales, 1999. Translation by A. Faraday.